Joining me now to discuss former FBI agent and chief executive of Jupin International, Jack Jupin. Always a pleasure to have you. I'm so glad that you're here because, Jack, we had heard that there was possibly other suspects involved. Then it went back to this lone wolf. And every time there's anything about a lone wolf attack, I always want to talk to you because of your experience. Jabbar steered around a police blockade to carry out the attack. And there was this ISIS flag that we were talking about on the back of the truck. So let's start with your initial thoughts of how this all went down. And what do you think happened that police couldn't have intervened in that moment more quickly?
Yeah, from a law enforcement position, it was what I would call an epic failure, not blocking off those streets completely and allowing bike lanes and the sidewalks to be open. There are ways of containing those. I've worked special events such as the Super Bowl and other major events. I've protected dignitaries. There are ways of doing this. I know there's always the fear if there's an emergency, how can we get people out? But there are ways of doing that with what we call Jersey barriers. You can use, dump trucks, which are often used in many events to prevent people from getting in there. Clearly, Jabbar was on a mission, and he was going to accomplish it any way he had to, and with total disregard.
Right. That's what others have said, those in New Orleans who said, look, if he didn't go down Bourbon Street, he might have just gone right around to another busy street, because obviously there's a lot of people celebrating New Year's Eve in New Orleans. And I just want to, before I play some sound, I wanted to ask you about the thought that it looked like he was acting alone, then it seemed as though he had accomplices, then it went back to it looks like he acted alone. So how do officials start to drill down onto that when it's so early in the investigation?
Well, that's exactly right, Laura. And the first thing the FBI is doing in this case is they're looking not only at his social media, but all of his media, all of his communications, his computer, his phone, all that type of stuff. They're looking at to see who was he in communication with, if he was inspired. My understanding is the thought is on this one that he was radicalized. Most times that does happen over the internet, where people are viewing videos and, rhetoric coming from terrorist organizations. And after a while, that's, I think even some family members have alluded to the fact that he became radicalized over a period of time. As your last guest said, he was having dreams that this was what he was supposed to do. And unfortunately, he did it. And this is where we are now.
Yeah, I guess there's no timeline once you become radicalized to starting that train of thought to doing something, because it was my understanding that that really started over the summer. That's when things got really serious with this, allegedly, and according to people who knew him. So from the summer to New Year's Eve doesn't seem like a huge amount of time, but I guess it can go quickly. I wanted to play you some sound from the Lieutenant Governor, Billy Nungesser, who told me last night on Dan Abrams Live about some of the security measures. Take a listen.
Unfortunately, the mayor dropped the ball. And not that you could ever prevent a crazy person from doing this, but it could have been minimal. It could have been less attractive. The fact that you could go on the website for the city and they posted that these barriers were out, what benefit to the public is that? That only benefits someone that's looking to do harm. You can't even find out on the website when they're going to fix the pothole in your street, but they would post this on the city website? That is unexcusable.
All right. So do you think that that's a fair assessment, Jack?
I do. He nailed it on that one. You can't even find out, basic information about a lot of simple things, but yet we put our security posture out there. And it's something that, we always learn a lesson from these events. We have multitude of events upcoming. We have the Super Bowl. We have the inauguration. You have major college football events upcoming. And obviously the Notre Dame game was postponed because of this, the Notre Dame-Georgia game. So we really need to be diligent about what we're putting out to the public. At the FBI, we will not, and the Secret Service is very similar, we will not put out our security posture. I worked the Super Bowl event at MetLife, and the amount of law enforcement entities that go into that is enormous.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your screen. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.